Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Carly gets arrested to save Jason, eliminates John's leverage by turning herself in. General Hospital GH spoilers reveal that John Jagger Kate's Adam Harrington recently divulged something that came as no surprise to most GH fans. It turns out John is threatening to throw Carly Spencer Laura Wright in prison for RICO violations and criminal conspiracy, so Jason Morgan Steve Burton has been protecting her all along. Of course, it's totally in character for Jason to put Carly above all else. Jason would do just about anything for Carly, including let Danny Morgan, Asher Antonison, Jake Weber, Hudson West, Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charles and everyone else in Port Charles believe he was deceased. Carly could have been locked away from her family for over 20 years, so it's easy to see why Jason would accept John's mission instead. Jason surely thought it was better to spend a couple years undercover on a short-term assignment than to let Carly land in the slammer for 2 decades. However, Jason's mission just took another dangerous turn, and it could pull those closest to him into danger now that John's forcing him to become bait to draw out pikemen. Carly isn't going to like all the risks Jason is taking and will inevitably have more questions as this storyline moves along. Although Jason warned Anna Devane Finola Hughes that Carly could never know the truth, you can bet she's going to find out sooner or later. It could be a situation where Anna spills the beans, or maybe even John if the right circumstances arise. Then again, perhaps Carly could overhear a secret meeting between Jason and John or Anna. That could give Carly an opportunity to eavesdrop on the news instead. Whatever the case, Carly will be left reeling when she realizes how much Jason has already sacrificed for her sake. If Jason lands in real peril as pikeman bait, Carly may decide enough is enough. The last thing Carly would ever want is for Jason to truly face a grim fate because of her. Carly may ultimately fear there's a good possibility of that happening if she doesn't yank John's leverage away and shut down Jason's involvement in this whole pikeman operation. Will Carly make a bold move by getting herself arrested? Could Carly turn herself in and face the consequences so that Jason doesn't get seriously injured or even taken out permanently? Nina Corinthos Cynthia Watros recently went on a rant about how Carly never faces accountability, but maybe that's about to change. General Hospital spoilers hint that Carly could make a shocking choice to protect Jason in return. So stick with us for more predictions and updates on all the excitement. Title: Crimson Chains, Carly's sacrifice for Jason's freedom. In the bustling heart of Port Charles, where lives intertwine and secrets lurk in the shadows, the drama at General Hospital reaches a crescendo as Carly Corinthos finds herself at the center of a whirlwind of events that could change everything. As the beloved matriarch of the Corinthos family, Carly's strength and determination have always been her defining traits, but now she faces a choice that could tear her world apart. It all begins with a twist of fate that no one saw coming. John McBain, a notorious figure from Carly's past, resurfaces in Port Charles with a vengeance. Armed with a dangerous secret that could destroy the lives of those closest to Carly, John sets his sights on Jason Morgan, Carly's trusted ally and friend. As tensions escalate and the threat of exposure looms large, Carly is faced with an impossible decision. With Jason's life hanging in the balance, she knows that she must act swiftly to protect him at all costs. But in doing so, she risks everything she holds dear, including her freedom. With a heavy heart and a steely resolve, Carly makes a daring move that sends shockwaves through Port Charles. In a bold display of loyalty, she turns herself into the authorities, willingly accepting arrest in exchange for Jason's safety. As Carly's arrest reverberates through the tight-knit community, the ramifications are felt far and wide. Friends and foes alike are left reeling, grappling with the fallout of her sacrifice. For Jason, the weight of Carly's actions is a burden he cannot bear alone. Despite his fierce independence, he knows that he cannot let Carly face this ordeal alone. In a race against time, Jason mobilizes his allies to uncover the truth behind John McBain's vendetta. With each clue they unearth, they inch closer to unraveling the web of lies that threatens to destroy everything they hold dear. Meanwhile, Carly languishes behind bars, her mind racing with thoughts of the loved ones she left behind. Though confined to a cell, her spirit remains unbroken as she draws strength from the knowledge that she did what she had to do to protect those she loves. But as days turn into weeks, Carly's resolve is put to the test. With each passing moment, the walls of her prison seem to close in around her, suffocating her with the weight of her own sacrifice. Just when it seems that all hope is lost, a glimmer of light appears on the horizon. A key piece of evidence emerges that could exonerate Carly and bring John McBain to justice once and for all. With renewed determination, Jason and his allies launch a daring plan to uncover the truth and clear Carly's name. As the pieces of the puzzle fall into place, the truth behind John McBain's vendetta is finally revealed. With his leverage shattered and his schemes unraveled, John is left with nowhere to hide as the full force of justice bears down upon him. With Carly's name cleared and Jason's freedom restored, the people of Port Charles breathe a collective sigh of relief. But the scars of their ordeal run deep, serving as a reminder of the lengths they will go to protect those they love. As Carly emerges from her ordeal, she is met with open arms and tearful embraces from her loved ones. Though battered and bruised, her spirit remains unbroken as she stands tall in the face of adversity. In the end, Carly's sacrifice serves as a testament to the power of love and loyalty in the face of impossible odds. Though the road may be long and fraught with peril, the bonds that unite them are unbreakable, standing as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. As Carly entered Durant's office, the tension crackled in the air, a palpable force that threatened to consume them both. Durant's gaze pierced through her facade, his eyes gleaming with a dangerous intensity. "What brings you here, Carly?" he drawled, his voice laced with a hint of menace. Carly squared her shoulders, meeting his gaze with unwavering determination. "I'm here to end this, once and for all," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. Durant's lips curled into a smirk, a knowing glint in his eyes. "And how do you propose to do that?" he taunted, his arrogance palpable. Carly's jaw tightened, her resolve unwavering. "By turning myself in," she stated, her words echoing in the silence that followed. Durant's smirk faltered, his facade cracking for the briefest of moments. "You can't be serious," he scoffed, his voice tinged with disbelief. But Carly held her ground, her gaze unwavering. "I have nothing left to lose," she countered, her voice steady despite the turmoil raging within. With a sense of finality, Carly turned on her heel, her steps echoing through the empty corridors of General Hospital. As she made her way to the nearest police station, the weight of her decision settled upon her shoulders like a heavy burden. Meanwhile, across town, Jason Morgan paced the confines of his penthouse, his mind consumed with worry for the woman he loved. He knew that Carly's decision was a dangerous gamble, one that could cost her everything. And yet, he also knew that he couldn't stand idly by while Durant held their lives in his grasp. With a sense of urgency, Jason made his way to the police station, his footsteps echoing in the empty halls. As he entered the interrogation room, he found Carly sitting alone, her expression a mask of stoicism. "I couldn't let you do this alone," Jason stated, his voice soft yet resolute. Carly's lips curved into a bittersweet smile, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. "You never have," she whispered, her voice barely above a whisper. And as the doors closed behind them, sealing their fates within the confines of the police station, Carly and Jason found solace in the knowledge that, no matter what lay ahead, they would face it together. For in the heart of Port Charles, Where alliances are forged and betrayals run deep, love will always prevail.